Good morning, class. Today we're going to read a book that is called No Jumping on the Bed. Now, do any of you guys jump on your bed? I hope not, because you might fall and get a boo-boo. Okay, let's read our book. It's so funny. I can't wait to share it with you. No Jumping on the Bed. In his room near the top floor of a tall apartment building, Walter was getting ready for bed. His father said, "If I told you once, I told you a million times. No jumping on the bed. One day it's going to crash right through the floor. Now lay down and go to sleep." Well, there's Dad. He's yelling at the kid. Looks like Dad's getting ready to go. He's over here sleeping, or pretending to be. Walter plopped down on his pillow and squeezed his eyes closed. "Good night," said his father. He turned off the light and pulled the door shut. The room was dark and quiet, except for a soft thump, thump, thump coming from the room above. "That's Dilbert's upstairs," thought Walter. That's a funny little picture. He switched on the lamp. If Dilbert can jump on his bed, so can I. Walter jumped higher and higher until his hair brushed the ceiling. When he landed, the mattress creaked, the floor cracked, and the whole bed tipped up sideways. Then down through the floor went Walter, bed and all. Oh no, look! He's got a crack in his floor. He's gonna fall through it. Walter's room was directly above Miss Hattie's dining room. She was quite surprised when Walter landed in her spaghetti and meatballs. "I was not expecting company for dinner," she mumbled, with a mouthful of meatballs. Ah! She was eating her spaghetti and meatballs. Oh no, look at him now. Said Walter. "Spaghetti is my favorite," but he didn't have a chance to eat. His bed smashed through the table and kept right on crashing down through the floor. Down and down fell Walter, Miss Hattie, the spaghetti, the bed, and all. Mr. Matty didn't even notice a bed coming through his ceiling until a meatball bounced off his head. Miss Hattie landed in his lap and Walter splashed into the aquarium. "I already had a bath tonight," said Walter. He wanted to watch the monster on TV, but his bed crunched through the floor and took the TV with it. Down and down fell Walter, Miss Hattie, Mr. Matty, the TV, the spaghetti, the bed, and all. Oh my goodness, look. Here it all comes. Walter's Aunt Batty just moved in. She was still unpacking when Miss Hattie, Mr. Matty, a dripping wet Walter tumbled through the ceiling right into a box with her stamp collection. Here they all came down through the ceiling. Oh my goodness, would you look at that mess? Walter burst through the bottom of the box and down through the floor. Aunt Batty soon followed. Down and down fell Walter, Miss Hattie, Mr. Matty, Aunt Batty, the stamps, the TV, the spaghetti, the bed, and all. Oh my goodness, would you look at that big block tower? Patty and Natty had worked for days building a house of blocks. Afraid that the fatty catty might knock it over, they shooed her out. Then the upstairs neighbor came through the ceiling. "Excuse us," said Walter. "We won't be staying long." Then his bed crashed through the floor. Down and down fell Walter, Miss Hattie, Mr. Matty, Aunt Batty, Patty, Natty, Fatty, Catty, the blocks, the stamps, the TV, the spaghetti, the bed, and all. The last thing Mr. Hanratty expected to see was a bed coming through his studio ceiling, followed by nearly everyone in the building. "If I knew you wanted to see my paintings," he said, "I would have tidied up." Look at all those paints. He's painting something nice. Here he was, all those people crashed through. Then his floor caved in and everyone followed Walter's bed down through the hole. Down and down fell Walter, Miss Hattie, Mr. Matty, Aunt Batty, Patty, Natty, Fatty Catty, Mr. Hanratty, cans of paints, the blocks, the stamps, the TV, the spaghetti, the bed, and all. Wow, look at all that coming down. Let's see. Mr. Furlingatty and his string quartet were astonished by the colorful crowd that dropped in unannounced. "I love an audience," he said. But when the paint splattered everywhere, the maestro wished the audience would leave. And they did, taking the string quartet with them. The maestro's floor was the basement ceiling. It was dark as midnight down there. Walter squeezed his eyes closed and fell through the darkness until he landed on something soft. He opened his eyes. Everything was right in place. And outside his door, his mother and father were talking quietly. "Whew! No more jumping on the bed for me," said Walter, as he laid back down and went to sleep. Suddenly he heard a creak. The ceiling cracked, and down came Delbert, bed and all. Down and down fell Delbert. The end. So I hope you guys aren't jumping on any beds and falling through the ceilings. Goodness knows, only crazy things happen when you jump on the bed and we don't listen to Mom and Dad. I hope you guys enjoyed the story. I know it was super long, but I thought it was super cute. I hope you guys did too. See you soon.